What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and to another Marvel Rivals news update. We've got some huge things to talk about today, like the fact that Spider-Man is completely and utterly broken. What is that hitbox? Bros landing Shoryuken uppercuts from Narnia. More importantly, we have another round of leaked patch notes revealing some major bug fixes that are coming to the game this week, and unfortunately none of them address that Spider-Man issue. On a side note, I finally got my Squirrel Girl on Lord. It took a lot of nuts, but please hold your applause, thank you. And on that note, the first item on the patch notes actually has to do with those deluxe avatars that you get when you achieve Lord. So with that, let's just dive right into the patch notes and see what's coming up this week. Don't forget to like the video, guys. It's a small task for you, but a really big deal for me. I would really appreciate the help. Thank you. So going right down the list, these are the general fixes coming in this patch. When you switch from your Proficiency Deluxe avatar, the one that you get from Lord, back to the standard one, it now works instantly. We used to have to reset the whole game, and now it should just do it right away. Same thing with the career profile, now updating scores immediately after getting max proficiency. No more relog needed. And they also fixed a misleading block list full notification. It mistakenly said that the friends list was full. For maps and modes, they've made this change in literally every patch that they've put out, so it's telling me that they're finding new instances of this every single time. But again, they've resolved terrain issues where characters could get stuck or clip into unintended areas. I'm guessing these are just new ones that were getting found over the course of time. They've also fixed broken collisions, floating objects, and other environmental glitches, and they addressed various sound effect problems across multiple maps. That's all fine and dandy, but the big items on this patch are the hero fixes, starting with Loki. UI no longer disappears after transforming. His tricks stay visible. That was really annoying with Loki. I don't know about you, personally, I like having a UI. Human Torch, Flaming Meteor won't trap enemies inside walls anymore. Also, Pyro Prison now disappears correctly when he's defeated. I never got stuck in a wall after getting hit by the Meteor move, but that does make sense with that really powerful knockback. I can see some issues happening with that. Glad they fixed it. Loki's Regeneration Domain. Overlapping domains won't lose healing effects when re-entered. I guess there was an issue with those AoE healing moves if they were overlapping. Personally, I never noticed it, but I'm glad they addressed it. Loki seems to have an issue in every single one of these patches. He's kind of a broken hero, huh? Punisher. His ultimate will no longer keep firing missiles during network disruptions. That sounds ridiculous, man. He pops his ult, lags out, and starts World War III, basically. No thanks. Moving on to the Goddess of Death. With Hela, they fixed an issue where she could be launched upwards after using her ultimate. That sounds like some wonky trampoline physics. Also, she'll now be properly detected near mission vehicles. After that, we have Wolverine with one small fix. His ultimate no longer gives enemies unexpected jump boosts. Call it a bug fix, call it a buff, either way that's good news for Wolverine. With Jeff the Landshark, they fixed a bug where frozen spitballs could exceed normal behavior when the team-up ability was active. So that actually sounds like the ice shards that you spit out when teamed up with Luna were a little bit overpowered. More so than intended anyway. After that, we have Adam Warlock. If his ultimate fails near cliff edges, 50% of the energy will now properly be refunded. That's kind of vague. I don't know if that means if he's using his ultimate but he falls off the ledge, or if he's just using his ultimate next to the ledge and it fails. Kind of vague. We'll have to see it in practice, but either way, good fix. It's always nice to get the energy back if your ult gets interrupted. And lastly, we have Penny Parker. She had a positioning issue when hit by Namor's ultimate, which has now been fixed. All in all, great changes across the board, although this patch does not address every single bug that's in the game. As I showed you in the beginning of the video, we've got that issue with Spider-Man landing uppercuts from a mile away. There's also still the issue with Black Panther not refreshing his dash when he hits a marked enemy. Pretty sure that's been an issue in the game ever since it launched. They have to address it at some point, even the Spider-Man bug. And I'm sure they're going to, it's just going to be a matter of time. The devs recently said they're no longer releasing major balance changes outside of the planned updates that are dropping with the seasons and the mid-season updates. But those are balance changes. Those are tweaks to like health bars, those are tweaks to damage values. That's not bug fixes. The issues with Spider-Man and Black Panther, those are straight up bugs which need to be addressed. The patch which is bringing all of these bug fixes is dropping on March 6th, so just a couple of days away. But that's not the only thing that's coming this week. We're also getting a brand new game mode in Marvel Rivals, Clone Rumble, which we just got an official trailer for. It leaked earlier in the week, but I'm glad I held off on reporting on it because now we have the official confirmation. and this looks ridiculous. I hope you guys are ready for 6 Lunas to pop their ults back to back to back to back. No. You want to turn this game into Call of Duty? How about 12 Punishers going at it? This mode looks absolutely ridiculous, and per the description, this is how it's going to go. In this new mode coming to Marvel Rivals, both teams will select one hero each, and every player must choose between these 2 heroes for the ultimate mirror showdown. This looks ridiculous. I cannot wait to try this out. It appears to be tied to this in-game event where we get to move a game piece across this board and collect rewards when we do so. I'm guessing it's going to be tied to the points we get in Clone Rumble. And at the very end, there's a brand new Black Widow skin as a reward. It's the Widow from the Wild Wild West, old Quick Draw McGraw over here. This mode is dropping on the 7th, a day after the patch, and it's going to be a limited time only mode, so we're going to have to get our hands on it while we can. The bug fixes are great, the new mode is awesome, I cannot wait for all of this to drop later this week. I also want to discuss probably what is the single best change that the developers have made in this game ever since it dropped. And that's the change to the last page on the Battle Pass, where we get awarded 100 units for every 1,000 Chrono Tokens we earn. This is sort of the devs' fix to the Chrono Tokens not rolling over at the end of every season. You know how we lose the ones that we get from the missions once we've completed the Battle Pass? We can't hold on to them when the season rolls over. So this is their solution, which I think is really, really good because it gives us a chance to get some of those hard-to-acquire skins from the store, and depending on how hard you grind, you could get a lot of them for free. With the seasons lasting as long as they do, we can finish the Battle Pass relatively quickly, you know, when compared to how long we have to do it. And then all that leftover time, once it's done, can be spent acquiring Chrono Tokens so we can turn them into units so we can get new skins from the store. It's just a really good system, and I'm glad that they implemented it this way. Because that is one thing the game was missing, was a way to grind for the resources to get those skins. Before this, you had to dish out some cash outside of the free units that the game gave you for completing achievements. Now we have a way to grind for those skins, and that's really, really nice. I mean, we're spending hundreds of hours grinding in this game anyway. Might as well save up some coin and get some cool looking skins. But guys, that's really all I've got in this video. We're gonna have plenty more updates coming on the way. We're also streaming this game live on the channel every Monday and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to catch some Marvel Rivals live, make sure you tune in, and don't forget to subscribe and get notified so you know when I go live. Thank you so much for clicking the video and watch until the end. It's much appreciated. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed my coverage. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't. Either way, I will catch you in the next one. This has been Star. Keep shining, baby.